All right. Hopefully this works. So here we are. And you're about to go into your setup position. Now this is hard, right? Oh, let's find it here. Okay, let's watch you kind of get set up in slow motion here. Just before you pull. Now the setup is a little different for everybody. Typically in CrossFit they teach you position, and that's all they teach you. But we know you can be in the right position and still be doing the wrong things. And I think that's the case because you are getting into the right positions, with one little exception. But I think it's just you're not knowing what to do with it. So first thing is you need to engage your lats, right? Your shoulders are dumped forward and rolled forward here, and you need to pull those shoulders back and down in, right? To keep those lats engaged. Almost like you're trying to hold $100 bills in your armpits. All right. So now what I see here is as you're coming up, it's looking good, looking good. Hips and shoulders rise. Now what happens here is your shoulders are coming up too soon, and that's the first clue of what's going wrong here. And the reason why the shoulders are coming up too soon is you're lifting the barbell, right? You're thinking the whole purpose of this is I got to lift this off the ground, and that is not what you want to do. You do not want to lift the barbell, right? And what's happening there is by lifting the barbell, shoulders go first and they lead the way. But what ends up happening is your whole back rounds, right? And that's really exaggerated, but shoulders go first and you get this little micro round in that back. What should be happening is you want to push your feet into the ground, right? You want to push your feet into the ground until you clear your knees. That's all you're doing is you're just pushing your feet into the ground, making sure you're still in internal torque, big toe, right? All of this stuff here, the sole purpose of your upper body and arms is just to hold, and you do that by flexing and flexing. You're not actually picking up on it. You're pushing your feet into the floor. Once you hit your knees or clear your knees, then what you want to focus on doing is pulling those hips through as you still continue to push the floor away as you pull your hips through. So right now you're pushing down right like that, and your hips come through as you come. Now the one thing here is we never want to go into overextension. You're not actually that bad. You come to full extension, but this is another good shot where you can see that your shoulders are in that forward position, right? And they need to be rolled back and down, right? Not in an external torque position. They just need to be in their natural, normal position. I think you may spend a lot of time with shoulders rolled, so you may need to work with that a little bit. So here, and it looks like it too, like you're getting into the right positions, but I think you're going about it wrong here. And what I think you're doing is you're focusing on setting the weight down, I'm assuming. And that's not what you want to be doing here, right? Because then it's hands go, then the shoulders go, and then the back comes down, right? And that is not the order of operations. It's not barbell, then arms, then shoulders, then back, right? Because then this here is gonna work, right? Instead of just hold. So what you want to think about here is you want to think about your butt cheek right down there, and you want to think about raising that up, right? Because all of this is on lockdown. It is one solid unit. It does not move, right? It is on lockdown because you're flexing and flexing, right? So what you want to think about is the bottom of your butt cheek where your hamstring meets your butt. You want to think about raising that up in that arc, and then your whole body will lever forward because of that. And if you can do that, right, while maintaining that internal torque, flexed and flex, and having the big toe still on the down so that you are flexing the inside of your feet, then you're going to end up using this to lift it. And that's what we want, right? This should just be holding. Flex, flex does the trick. Butt cheek comes up, right? That is what's going to lower the weight, and that works because this is one solid unit that doesn't move, and then that whole lever's down. So you don't actually lift or lower the weight. You lift your butt cheek up and you push the floor away, right? That's what you want to think about. I hope this helps. You are getting into the right position. I don't think you are having the right intention is the problem. And I think that's why you're still feeling your low back after deadlifts. Hope this helps. Yeah.